Welcome to section 4 of the course, where we're going to be diving into loops and learning about object-oriented programming. In this section, we're going to take a look at Swift array and dictionary. We're going to learn how to work with loops, iterating through array and dictionary values. We're going to be introducing object-oriented programming. We're going to learn how to use the date picker object and how to format date on time. And finally, we're going to learn how to save task objects using an array. Swift array. In this video, we're going to learn how to initialize an array, how to add values to it, and explore some of its properties and methods. Let's head over to the playground page to learn how to work with arrays. I've created a new page called Arrays and Dictionaries, which I'm going to be using to work with arrays. Let's say that in our app, we want to keep track of a collection of values. We can do this using an array. Array allows us to keep collection of the same type in an ordered list. Same values or objects can appear in the array multiple times, which means that array allows you to have duplicates. Let's look at an example so that it can make sense. So imagine that we want to keep a collection of fruits. We can declare an array of fruits. We know that fruit names are of string data type, so we can declare an array of string type. So we can say variable, and then we can say fruits equals to, then let's add a couple of fruits, apple, mango, banana, and we can have say pear, and let's add a duplicate, which is apple. So the first thing you can see here is that it is possible to keep a duplicate. So we have two apples and our array is printed here. This will be an array of a type of string, and you can see that because we have all of the values to be string. Do you declare an array by using this angle bracket and then put in the types that you want, separated by comma. In order to get access to the value of an array, we use the array index. Array index starts at 0. The apple will be index of 0, the mango will be index of 1, banana will be index of 2. Let me show you what I mean. So if I say fruit and I say 0, it will print out the apple. And if I say fruit and then I need the index, let's say 3, we'll get the pear because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. And if I do fruits 2, we should get the banana. But keep in mind that you should never exceed the index. The maximum index that we can access here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's number 4. If I try to do array at 5, the app is going to crash. That's why you see here, fatal error, index out of range. This is going to be one of the errors that will crash your app most time when you work with arrays. So always make sure that you're not accessing indexes that doesn't exist. So now let's look at some of the methods and properties. Don't worry about what the methods and properties means now. I'm going to explain them in this section of the course. The first method we're going to look at is how to add more values to our array. Because we make it a variable, that means our array is mutable. That means we can add and delete values from it. If I make it a let, we will not be able to add more values to the array. But I want to add more values, so I'm going to make it a var. So if I say fruits.append, the append say adds a new element at the end of the array. So keep that in mind. So let's add, what can we add? Another fruit. We can say strawberry. Okay, so we've added strawberry, so that will go to the back of the array. So this is how you add new element into array. If you want to remove, you can also use the remove at method. You can say it's remove at, and then you provide the index. Let's delete the extra apple in here. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the extra apple is at index 4. So if I type index 4 here, it will remove the apple. And if we now print our fruits, let's see what's inside our fruits now. We can see that we do not have the extra apple there anymore. Let's look at some of the properties of array. So if I say fruits.first, this will show you the first element in the array. You can see it's the apple. And we also have fruits.last, which will show you the last value in the array. And finally, we have the very important fruits.count, which is going to tell you the number of items inside of your array. So we have 5 elements inside our array now. Right here at the top, you can see that when I declared my array of fruits, I was using the type inference. In order to do your explicit declaration, we can do let cars, actually let's say var cars, and then we can tell the Swift compiler that we want to make it an array of string. This is how you declare it. So now we can see that our cars is an array of string. This is how you do your explicit declaration. Also, in order to declare an empty array, an array that is initialized with an empty value, you can just say, for example, var, let's say people, then equals to array of string, and then you put the open and close bracket at the back, and you can see now we have an empty array. So I can go ahead and say people dot append, and you can say the others. So you can see we'll take a value. So now we have an array of people and only one person is there. In this video, we've learned how to initialize an array, how to use it to store ordered collections that can have duplicates. We've learned how to use index to get members of the array, and we've looked at some of the properties and methods of an array.